So as you know, I have in-ground irrigation, but that doesn't mean that I don't spend hours watering all of the flowers that are all around my house, because I'm just completely wrapped in flowers. Everywhere you go around my house, there's just flowers. So when OtO reached out to me, I hope I'm saying that right. When they reached out to me about trying out their, about trying out their smart irrigation, I was like, I have irrigation, right? What am I gonna do with it? And then I thought, oh, flowers. And let me tell you, I've had this thing hooked up for 45 minutes and I've watered every single one of these flowers individually. This thing is amazing.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ay, on the road.
So this is more than just a water sprinkler that, you know, you can tell it where to go. It's also a fertigation system. And if you haven't heard of that, what that means is through the irrigating, through the water, you can put fertilizer through it. So as an example, this is their lawn food. This is a 1304. So inside of here, I can add each one of these, right? And I can tell it which one I want and when. So this is an odor eliminator if you have, you know, dog pee. So this has all kinds of uses. It gets rid of odors. So, you know, if you have a dog or if you have multiple dogs. Lawn food, so that's a 1304. And this is what I'm excited about. Mosquitoes and ticks, it kills them. So I have a dog, I have kids, and I have big flower beds in the back that hold ticks. So I can put this on there and only apply that when I tell it to, and it'll just do it on its own. I don't even have to do it. So all you need for this, really, I just have it sitting here just to try it out. You know, my hose is just going down my sidewalk, which is not a sustainable system, but it does come with this bracket. So, you know, with this bracket, you can mount it either way. So you could put it on a fence, I could put it on the bricks, or you can turn this thing upside down, shove that down in the ground, and then just bolt it to that way. So you can really put this thing anywhere you want. The only thing that would really limit you on where you could put that is where is it gonna get sun if you don't have an outlet. So I have an outlet right here that it's plugged into there, but this will tell you, like I can unplug this thing and it's full battery and it's connected to Wi-Fi. So if it's charging, that'll turn red. So as it needs, it'll just charge itself and it'll just keep on going. Now in the app on this, it will set schedules. You can customize schedules. It'll do wind skip, it'll do rain skip. It'll watch the local weather where you're at and determine if it needs to skip. So you're not just watering, you know, you're trying to water the yard right here. And if the wind's blowing real bad, I'm watering the sidewalk. So it is smart enough to not let that happen. So like I told you, all the way down the side of the house, I have flowers. So now we'll go into the backyard and I'll show you why I'm most excited about this. And you're gonna have to excuse the mess because I have kids and dogs. So all the way around the side of the house, I have flowers. And then there's pots all the way around there with flowers. And let me show you some more flowers. All the way down the back side of the house, flowering. And that's what I'm most worried about right there, is all the ticks. They're gonna hang out in there, as well as the trees. So if I mount that somewhere, let's say up against the house there, I can hit every one of these flowers. And if I bring it out far enough over the edge, I could hit these as well. Now I would have to move it to say probably here, be able to reach that, because it will go that far. That thing has some power behind it. The problem is I can't put it out here. One, I have to get around that somehow to mow. Kids running around, dog running around. So my specific situation in the backyard would be tough. So what I would probably do is just mount it to the ground, just flip that mount over, shove it into the ground for the front. And if I want to bring it back here, I can just set up a separate zone so I wouldn't have to keep readjusting it, put it somewhere around in here, and then just water everything else if I want to do fertilizer or whatever I want to do. And I don't have to keep setting it up because I can have those different schedules all over the place. So we're gonna do a little test and we're gonna see how far it will go. See if we can get to the sidewalk. Be on there, whoop, there we go. It's getting, without the tree there, we're about here. That's a pretty good distance. And there it snaps over to the second spot. Give you a pretty good idea of how far this is going. Ooh, yeah, there's a sidewalk for sure. And then back up there, and now it's done. That was just a little test. But this thing has some pretty serious power behind it, and it'll get the water where you need it to go. So I've had this thing for a day, and just because of the flowers, it has saved me time and it has saved me work. And that is what adds value to my life, because I have 3 kids. My wife works full-time job. I work full-time job. Life is busy. So if I can save myself an hour watering all of these flowers all the way around the house, it's good. So here's what we're gonna do. Starting on the 12th, that's this coming Wednesday, we're gonna do a giveaway of one of these. We're gonna do it on Instagram. If you're not following me already, follow me on Instagram at lawnfather10. Also follow OtO. I'll have all this information below, and we'll run it Wednesday to Saturday the 15th. We'll give one away, a full kit, and you can try it out for yourself. So there's one thing that I would not advise you to use this OtO for, is if you are planting new seed. It does not put down water gently, so it would move a lot of your seed around. So if you have bare dirt and you're seeding, I would not use this. Any other situation, I would have no problem with. You can put a zone in your grass and it'll go back and forth until it covers that whole area. When you're making that irrigation schedule, you can tell it how much water you want to put down. So we know with Kentucky bluegrass and tall fescue and stuff like that, in the summer, you want to put down an inch of water a week. So when you make that schedule, you can say, I want it to put down 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, 1/8 of an inch. You can tell it to do that. Again, another time-saving thing of not having to go out and calibrate your sprinklers and put your tuna can out there and figure it out. This thing will do it for you. It's really nice. I suggest you check these things out and get one for yourself.